Jacobin, and I am the Dream Detective. I help you to discover the gold in the gobbledygook of your dreams so that you can live the life you dream of. Tonight, I wanted to share with you some thoughts that I have about success and failure. And I apologize in advance if I go into a sneezing fit. The pollen has been kicking my butt the last couple of days, so I'm going to keep this short, and so as to avoid sneezing all over you while on air. Um, the reason the subject of this live has actually come up is because, as I've been saying over the last few weeks, that a kind of perfect storm has occurred in my life where I had to really just stop, come to a complete halt, and sit with what I needed to be doing, what was truly me and my dream, and what was somebody else's dream that I had opted into. And in the spring cleaning of my life that's going on at the moment, a lot of things, excuse me, a lot of things I've had to let go, but a lot of things that I've gained in the process of letting go, some of which is greater success, which is what I wanted and desired all along, but was being held back because I was being anchored, if you will, or dragged down by things that had really didn't resonate with me. And I had to recognize that and not see it as just as a failure, but as a lesson. I was learning about myself and what worked for me and what didn't work for me. And not admitting that and not acknowledging that and most importantly, acting on that would have caused me greater difficulty and greater aggravation and upset than this current on in my life right now as things rearrange themselves. So it got me thinking about the nature of celebrating our successes as well as learning our lessons and sharing them as well, hence my life to you, and hopefully you'll find something of use in all of this. But it's wonderful to celebrate our successes. It really is. And it's even better when it's the people who have come to you for your service or product or what have you are doing, broadcasting your successes for you, even better. It's great to have client endorsements. But even as you're celebrating your successes, I'm sure there were a number of times, at least once, where you failed in your efforts. And maybe even thought that you were on the wrong track, or that, it's too hard, I can't go on. But if you persevered and eventually had the success that you were looking for, how much sweeter is it for having gone through the process and learned a lot in the process about yourself? Not only learning about yourself, but learning about running a business or providing a service or whatever the case may be. We're constantly learning, but are we taking those lessons on board? And that's why I said that while it's wonderful to celebrate your successes, you actually learn from your failures. And that's what I had to really understand, is that I learned so much more from the things that I wasn't successful at or only partially successful at than if I had just sailed through it and aced it the first time around. So I would like you to kind of reflect on your own lives and where have you celebrated your successes, or have you celebrated your successes? It's not about being boastful. I'm not saying, walk around, oh, look at me, I'm really great. No, but to acknowledge that, yes, I did this. You're stating a fact. You don't have to boast about it. You're stating a fact. And even better, like I said, is to have your clients and customers do the boasting for you and tell people how wonderful you actually are. But even more important is for people who are coming behind you, and I believe in each one teaching one, that the ones who have the experience pass that experience on to others who are coming behind them, or maybe they may have even gone before you, but can learn something from what you have to share. And that's what I mean about learning your lessons and sharing those lessons so that other people don't have necessarily have to fall into the same pitfalls as you. So I would challenge you to think about that. Are you hoarding gold nuggets of knowledge that other people could possibly benefit from? Are you keeping them all for yourself? I would suggest that you should not do that, because that's not the way to be successful. Hoarding things for yourself is definitely not the way to go. But someone you might be able to give someone a clue or a tip or some kind of assistance, and you might not ever know it, to be honest. But just that adding to that pool of knowledge that can help someone along the way is a blessing for you as well as for the person who learns from you. So I'd like you to, as you go away in the days to come, to think about your successes. Are you celebrating them? Are others celebrating you? And uh, with regard to your failures, are you not celebrating them, but are you acknowledging them or pretending that they never happened? Are you using those failures as building blocks to construct a future that is stronger and brighter, because you did fall down from time to time, but you learned how to do things better? So those are my thoughts for the day. I'm not going to stay on too much longer. I think I've just about hit my limit with regard to pollen for the day. But I would urge you to think about that, and to remember to celebrate yourself. You're a unique and wonderful human being, and that should be celebrated, whatever it is you're doing. I mean, whether you're working for yourself or for someone else, um, you're worthy of being celebrated, even if it's only you who's doing the celebrating. And learn those lessons. Let those lessons be stepping stones to your success rather than blocks in your way. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Have a great rest of the week and a lovely weekend. And I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.